promised, we have a very, very special guest with us today. She is a personal friend of mine, and if you know her, she really doesn't need any introduction. But here we go anyway. She's a Grammy-nominated singer, an Emmy-nominated TV personality, and now you can go ahead and add actor to my sister's resume because my girl is killing it on the big screen too. Y'all give a round of applause for my girl, my sister from another mister, Tamar Braxton! Oh yes, honey, oh yes.
That was an introduction, I'll take that.
Oh, you like that?
Ooh,
Did you
I
like
love
that?
it.
Tamar.
Sister,
when I tell you I love you like a fat
you know
love
I love
chocolate,
you back.
I love you so much. You know, I'm always honored to share any space that I can with you because what people really don't understand is you are a legend within your own right.
Aww.
Like legend. Not only are you the creator and the producer of the Braxton family values, because see, a lot of people don't really know that, T.
you don't think they know that?
A lot of people really don't know that Tamar Braxton is the creator and producer of the Braxton family values.
And Tamar and Vince.
And Tamar and Vince. But, you know, you are from a legendary family that has, like, Grammys and girl, you are Tony Braxton's sister.
Yeah, I have an amazing pedigree. I'm really grateful.
So I know I have a personal question that I've never asked you in the longevity of us being friends.
Okay.
How has it felt being Tony Braxton's sister?
Well, the truth is, she's Tony Braxton to you all, but she's my sister to me. So growing up, I had no idea she was famous.
Really?
I had no idea. Yeah, it didn't really dawn on me until that record, Let It Flow, and then I became a fan. Because otherwise I didn't care.
So you became a fan of your sister?
Yeah, I became a fan of her music.
Of her music?
Like just listening to it just because. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, she's my oldest sister and someone I'm really, really close with, and it had nothing to do with like what she did for a living because we're always together.
Yeah, and I remember myself watching clips of you guys from back in the day, and you all were singing, and there was this one clip in particular where I saw a young Tamar. I was like, wait, is that Tamar?
Oh my God, what was I doing?
Girl, you were in the background and you were singing and stuff like this. And so, you know, I've always been so engulfed with a love for your family because Tony Braxton is like one of my favorite artists. But then when I had the opportunity to hear you belt, I said, oh, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, she ain't nothing to play with.
Well, you know, my sister had nothing to do with me wanting to be a singer. Had everything to do with me watching Star Search at about 6 years old.
Really?
Really, really. And I knew that that's what I wanted to do. It was never a question. Like even like when I was in high school and my teachers would be like, what college you going to? I'm like, what do you mean college? They don't have Superstar 101. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I was very, very adamant and serious. So I had nothing to do with her. I wasn't even a fan of her music yet.
But you became a fan later on.
Yes, I did.
The more she grew into becoming
for sure.
Tony Braxton. Okay. All right.
My favorite song is Long As I Live. It will never get old. You know that song?
Can you
long
get?
As I live,
Come
long as I can live, I'll never get over. It's such a kiki. I'll never get over you getting over me as long as I live. I'm sorry, hello.
Wait, did y'all
that.
listen? Did y'all just hear that throatage that just happened right there?
That's not my song.
It was a very small throatage that just happened. You know.
It's not my song.
But I like the way you just gave me that rendition of it. Ooh, that just made me want to fall in love for a second.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to fall in love?
Yeah. We'll talk about that soon.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. But listen, Tamar, I really want to ask you a few questions
Okay.
that's been like pondering in my spirit. I want to know how you really, really are doing because the past 2 years or the past few years have been really kind of like roller coasterish for you. So how, as my sister, in front of all these large audience of people watching, how are you really doing?
Well, I'm doing amazing. You know, I've been through extensive therapy. I'm still in extensive therapy. It's not as often as I used to go because I used to go every single day. Yes, every single day because, I mean, it was really that bad. I was really that lost. And everything was a question, every single aspect of my life because you have to understand I went through this whole mental breakdown and then a huge breakup, a public breakup, back to back. And, just for the regular person, if you can imagine, being that mentally ill and then, basically losing the love of your life and your family being, all over the place, it's very, disturbing. It's very tough.
But what caused your mental breakdown?
Well, it was just years and years of toxic behavior, toxic surroundings.
On television?
On and on television, because you have to understand, my family show is my family.
Yes. Yes.
And the more, I lost control over that situation, the more toxic it became. Like, people think if you have money, people think if you have a career, people think if you have the large house and the car and the credit and bags and shoes, that your life is figured out and you're great. That is the trick of the enemy.
Yes.
It really, truly is.
It is very much so.
It really is. You can have all of those things and they don't matter. In that moment, it didn't matter. My bags and my shoes were all over the room. I could care less. Where was I going? Where was I going? Where was I wearing them to?
Well, you look great now.
Thank you.
And you're glowing.
And I'm doing great. And I feel great. I feel the best that I've ever felt in a long time.
I want you to really elaborate a little bit more.
Well, when we're growing up, we fall under the doctrine and the teachings of our grandparents or our aunties and our mother and father and whatever they've been taught or whatever they know. But, not until I was, down on my face by myself, broken and bruised, did I find God. I didn't find God in the church. I found him at home with nothing. Yeah. And, I had to meet him on my level. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't meet him the traditional in church shouting on my knee. No, I didn't. Like, I was at my lowest point, and I heard him speak to me, and we started to have a conversation. And that's where I found him.
So after he told you to get up, what was your next step?
Oh, I got up because it felt like a granddaddy, a grandmother, an auntie, a mother. It was very authoritative. And I don't think I've ever told anyone this.
Come on, tell us.
It broke me down. Like, it's almost like the water. I know it sounds weird. It's almost like the water was like singing or like worshiping, or I can't really put it into words. But I knew that, it was time to stop the shenanigans and just
But Tamar, what shenanigans were you doing? Was it a facade?
The shenanigans that I have it all figured out and that I didn't need help. And that I had enough help. That part.
Got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, and then I got really, really serious about my mental health, about, going into counseling and, about God.
Yeah.
And about myself.
Now listen, you've talked a lot about somebody losing you and if they lost and like, honey, put a ring on all this stuff. So give me the tea.
Oh, it's a lot of tea.
Are you actually seeing someone right
I'm
now?
not.
So you're single?
Single, super single, which sucks because I'm an amazing partner. Yeah. A lot of ladies don't like to agree with me, but I don't aspire to be an alpha female.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I am an alpha person.
No, I don't want to be that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an alpha TS.
Well,
okay?
let me explain to you why. I enjoy cooking and cleaning and being there for my man and coming home from the office or coming home from being in my creative space and having this important role that somebody really appreciates.
Sister, that's a lot.
No, I really enjoy it.
Sister, that's a lot.
I enjoy it.
I know you might enjoy it, but that is a lot to do. I think that the only person that needs to be submitted to is someone that's worth being submitted to.
Oh, come on with the Holy Spirit. Yes. Hello. I'm not saying for somebody that don't appreciate me, that's why I'm in the position that I'm in.
Right. Okay. So how would someone special get your attention?
I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you like me unless you give me some money. How do I know? How do I know you like me if you don't send me a gift or give me some money? How?
I can tell that you've been around the girls, honey, by your proper use of our lingo.
Since the 7th grade.
So in order for us to get like the proper terms, this is why we're going to play the Queen's English. So
Yay.
I'm gonna let me get my cards here. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know we still trying to get it professional and trying to get it right. All right. And we've been drinking a lot, honey.
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon. Here's how to play. I have some flashcards here with common expressions from the community. We'll take turns giving each other a word or a phrase along with the scenario for the other to use properly in a sentence. All right. Here's the term that we're going to start out with. For filth. And you got to use for filth.
For filth.
Describing that.
Let me think of a good person.
You know how to do this.
Your hairstylist beat your hair for filth.
Yes! That's how it works. That's it. That's how that goes. All right, come on. All right.
Okay.
All right, the next term that we have is yes, God. So a fine brother walks by smelling good and he is dressed to the nines.
Holiness.
Use that in a sentence.
Girl.
Give it to me.
I had seen this fine Nigerian man walking past. And I just knew that he was carrying something, okay? And I was like, oh, yes, God.
Yes, that's how you use yes, God in a sentence.
Yes, God.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Now, the next term that we have is, it's giving me very much so.
Oh.
So it's giving me very much so.
All
right. So here's the scenario. A friend has a new hair color that resembles someone you know.
Oh. So, girl, I had went over Jessica's house, and let me just tell you something. It's given very much so single black female.
Oh, there we go. There it is. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, honey. It's giving very much so a war in the bag.
It's giving very much so somebody to put the cup down.
It's giving. All right. Well, that was the last term that we had.
All right, now, Maddie, I have a game for you. This is a little bit of trivia.
Okay, come on.
A little bit different.
Child, I'm nervous. Let me take a sip.
I am going to give you a term or phrase, like a scenario, and you got to tell me what that is.
Okay, come on, let's do it.
You got to give me the definition, okay?
I'm excited. Come on, let's do it.
All right. So describe someone's performance using the word slay.
Girl, let me tell you something. That performance, honey, that you had gave when you were on tour with the girls from Escape, girl, honey, you had slayed that girl. Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
You had slayed that girl.
Okay. I only have like 2 more.
Okay, come on.
So use a term or phrase that best describes what I'm going to read to you. Someone who comes across very masculine in the public, but has a very feminine side in private.
Oh, girl, it's giving very much so Butch Queen. Ooh, I can't wait for the last one. What's the last one?
Okay, one last one. Use the term or the phrase that best describe what I'm reading.
Okay, come on.
The head of the squad or the group, usually the matriarch figure of a bunch. I'm going to give you some twerking, whistling music.
Yeah.
Okay?
Got it. I got it. I know what it is. It's giving mother. Yay! And ladies and gentlemen, that was the Queen's English. Stay tuned to more Turnt Out with T.S. Madison right here on Fox Soul. Don't you go nowhere. Thank you. I wanted to bring you on because remember in our segment earlier, we were talking about how we love God and how we hear the Spirit and how the Spirit directly has spoken to us and has changed our lives. And did I know that I was going to have my girl Akara with the gift here? And I said, this is going to be a perfect thing because now we get to hear from the Spirit through someone else.
How about that?
No. So Tamar, do you have any questions for Dr. Foster?
Do I have any questions? Which one do I choose? No, I kind of just want to hear about love.
Love.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
That's fine.
What I tell people when I'm giving a reading is I do like to let Spirit lead. And I realize I didn't answer one of your questions, right? Okay. One thing, and I may have, but I wanted to add this part, was that I believe that God does speak to all of us.
Period.
And then I believe that God sends someone to confirm it.
Oh.
Right. And so sometimes when you say, well, God ain't say that to me. And I'm a person like that, right? Like if God will say it to me and then God might send the tarot reader, the psychic, the prophet, the pastor to confirm it. And I'll be like, okay, God, I hear you. Because for me, it's like, okay, I heard it and now I hear it again. And so I like to let spirit lead. And so I wanted to, one is that I do feel like you have some spiritual gifts. But I also feel like you're not operating in them fully. I don't know where you are in terms of like relationship or anything like that.
This.
You said what? Did she say where is he?
Where is he at,
Where
Shawty?
is he at? So here's I'm gonna tell you what I'm feeling. And so much like Maddie, when the first time I went on her show, I was able to tell her some things and then we watched it unfold.
Yes.
And I don't feel anything significant this year, right? I feel like there might be some dating that might happen, but I don't feel anything really truly concrete maybe until the end of the year.
So, LaCara.
Yes.
I mean, Dr. LaCara Foster.
Yes.
Do you feel any spiritual energies and stuff going on in the room, like in the audience or the crew or anybody in here?
Outside of what we experienced, no, but
You know what?
What?
I feel like the spirit is telling me.
Really?
Yes, honey. Give me my crystal ball, somebody, honey, because the spirit is telling me, pass my balls. What are you? Oh, it's on the floor. Oh, there we go. And here we go. My balls are here on the table right now.
A mess.
Here we go.
What is this madness?
Let me see what the spirit is telling me. The spirit is telling me, there's somebody out there who's been frauding.
Ooh. Keep it going. What else you see?
And it's telling me, I see 3 letters.
Huh? What's that?
P,
Huh?
P,
Uh-huh.
P.
Oh.
But, hold on.
What else you see, sis?
A mess.
Wait a minute, the spirit is also telling me there are 2 sneaky links that are going on in this room right now. 2 real nasty, low down, deep. It ain't gonna work out. All right, Dr. Fox, before we get out of here, where can we find you, sister?
I am LaCara with the Gift on all platforms. That is my website, that is Instagram, that is Facebook, that is TikTok. LaCara, LaKara with the Gift.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stick around. You don't want to miss what's left on Turnt Out with T.S. Madison on Fox Soul. Check out our Turnt Out bonus clip. When you were on tour with the girls from Escape Girl, honey, you had slayed that girl. Yes, you did. You had slayed that girl. Even though y'all kicked us out, but you had slayed that.
I didn't kick you out.
I know you did.
Okay.
So for those out there watching, y'all don't know what we're talking about. Google.
Hello. No tea, no shade. Becky's outfit was not
A mess.
it.
It was
girl,
a mess. It was not it, girl.
I was just trying to figure out,
Girl,
you know?
it was given very much so, no God.
It was given very much so, go back home and try again.
It was given very much so, girl. No tea, no shade, but girl, you look a mess.
Girl, yes.
Yes, right. There we go. Yeah, come on. However, I do like gifts,
Me
nice
too.
things, and affection.
Consideration, that's what I call it.
Consideration.
Consider me.
Right. So my stipulations have changed a lot over the course of time because I've lived and maneuvered, and eventually it'll change over the course of time for you as you maneuver. Because the last person that you were with, do we need to top her off?
No one will be able to get away with this.
But me.
But you.
I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back after this.
Oh my God.
Stay tuned.